All right, let's get right into it. Buying your first home? It's a huge deal. I mean, it's one of the biggest investments you'll ever make, both financially and emotionally. And yeah, it can feel super overwhelming, but it really doesn't have to be. So in this explainer, we're going to break the whole thing down, step by step, and turn what seems like a totally daunting task into what it should be, an exciting journey.
Seriously, think of this whole thing as your own personal quest. There are going to be challenges for sure, and lots of decisions to make, but you'll also have a whole team of experts to guide you. The goal here isn't just about finding a house, it's about finding your home. And you know what they say, every great journey starts with a single step.
And that first step? It happens way before you start scrolling through listings or going to open houses. The real adventure actually begins pretty quietly, just you and your finances. Getting this part right sets you up for success with everything that follows. So, let's get you prepared.
Okay, welcome to Part 1, Preparing for Your Quest. This is the bedrock, the foundation of your entire home buying journey. It is all about getting your finances ready to go. And believe me, it is absolutely the most important place to start.
I really can't say this enough. Just about every single real estate expert will tell you the same thing. Don't start shopping for a home until you've shopped for a mortgage. Knowing exactly what you can afford prevents so much potential heartbreak, and honestly, it makes you a serious contender when you do find that perfect place.
So the path to getting pre-approved is actually pretty straightforward. First up, you got to know your credit score. Lenders are going to look at that very closely. Next, start gathering up your financial documents. Things like tax returns, pay stubs, bank statements. And finally, set up a meeting with a mortgage broker or a specialist at your bank. They'll take a look at everything and tell you what you can realistically borrow.
And here's a super important distinction you need to understand. A pre-qualification, that's just a rough estimate. A pre-approval, on the other hand, is a powerful tool. It means a lender has actually reviewed your finances and is giving you a conditional commitment to lend you a specific amount of money. To a seller, an offer from someone who's pre-approved is way, way stronger. It tells them you're serious and ready to go.
Okay, so now that your finances are sorted, it's time for Part 2, assembling your expert team. You are not on this quest alone. Having the right professionals fighting in your corner is a total game changer.
Your real estate agent is basically your primary guide on this journey. They're your navigator, your chief negotiator, and your strategic advisor all rolled into one. Choosing the right agent is honestly one of the most critical decisions you'll make. So how do you find them? Simple. You interview them.
Think of this as your personal interview script. And don't be shy about it. You want to ask things like, how well do you know the neighborhoods I'm looking at? Or what's your communication style? Are you a texter or a caller? And definitely ask, how much experience do you have with first-time buyers? Finding someone you click with is so important. And remember, in most situations, the seller is the one who pays the buyer's agent's commission, so getting great representation doesn't cost you anything directly.
All right, let's move on to Part 3, the hunt for home. Now this is where the fun really begins. You've got your pre-approval letter in hand, you've got your expert agent by your side, but the key here is to be strategic, so you don't get totally overwhelmed by all the options out there. Before you step foot in a single property, I want you to make two lists, your needs and your wants. Needs are your non-negotiables, the things you absolutely have to have, like 3 bedrooms or a commute that's under an hour. Wants are all the nice-to-haves. This list, it's going to be your compass. It'll keep you focused on what really matters and stop you from falling in love with a beautiful house that just doesn't fit your life. Let's just manage some expectations here for a second. You know those TV shows where people see 3 houses and then magically find the one? Yeah, that's not usually how it works. The reality, according to market data, is that most buyers look at about 5 to 10 properties before they make a move. And that's not a bad thing. It's an education. Seeing different places helps you really understand the market and fine-tune what you're looking for. And that brings up such a crucial point. You're not just buying a building, you're buying a spot in the community. So as you're looking at homes, really pay attention to the neighborhood. What's the traffic like during rush hour? Where's the closest grocery store? Can you actually see yourself living here, not just today, but 5 years from now?
Okay, your heart is pounding. You did it. You found a home that checks all the right boxes. Welcome to Part 4, Making Your Offer. This is where the quest gets really, really exciting and where doing your homework becomes absolutely critical.
This quote from agent April Palomino really says it all. The home inspection is your chance to get a professional to look under the hood of the house. They're going to check the roof, the foundation, the plumbing, the electrical, all the major stuff you just can't see on your own. Skipping this step is honestly one of the biggest, most costly mistakes a rookie buyer can make.
I mean, look at this number. An inspection might cost you a few $100s. But you know what costs a lot more? Discovering a $10,000 foundation crack after you've already bought the house. Trust me, this isn't an expense, it's a very, very smart investment in your peace of mind.
So, when you're ready, your agent is going to help you write up an official offer. And it's so much more than just a price. It's a whole legal document that includes your financing details, any conditions for the sale, like passing that home inspection, your proposed closing date, and even what appliances are included with the house.
Your offer was accepted. Amazing! Congratulations! But the quest isn't quite over yet. It's time to enter the final stage. Part 5. Navigating the final hurdles. This part is all about getting to that closing table without any nasty surprises.
Whoa, okay, stop. This number right here, this is the one that catches so many first-time buyers completely by surprise. On top of your down payment, you need to have another 3 to 4% of the home's purchase price saved up just for closing costs. Forgetting to budget for this can seriously put your whole deal at risk at the very last second.
So what are these costs anyway? Well, they include stuff like land transfer taxes, which can be wildly different depending on where you live. You've also got your lawyer's fees for all the paperwork, title insurance to protect you, and adjustments for property taxes. Don't worry, your agent and your lawyer will give you a detailed breakdown so you know exactly what to expect. So just to recap, let's quickly run through the top 5 rookie mistakes that you are now going to avoid. Number 1, skipping that vital home inspection. 2, forgetting to budget for all those closing costs. 3 is a big one. Don't go out and make a huge purchase, like a new car, before you close. Lenders recheck your finances. 4, read every single document you sign. And 5, try your best to look past the beautiful staging and focus on the actual bones of the house. And that's it. You've completed the quest. You navigated the financing, you assembled your team, you found the right place, and you cleared all the final hurdles. You're standing at the front door with the keys in your hand. This was about so much more than a transaction. It was about building your future. So really, the only question left to ask is, what's the very first memory you're going to create?